All praises to the Mighty Most High. Shalom family, and welcome. This video will be uploaded to all of our channels, which is Rap the News, For the Love of Rap, and RTN Family. You can find the links to those channels in the descriptions on each channel and on each video. I also want to address those who have been asking about donating and asking about the, where to donate. The links also are on the channels, each channel that I named, and on each video. My husband has more than one channel, so but the links are right there in the description under the videos, or either on the channel with Rap the News and For the Love of Rap and RTN Family. I would like everyone to listen to this video in totality, like the whole video, because some comments have been before and recently about certain things in the videos, whether it's from RTN Family or Rap the News or For the Love of Rap. There's been some comments which shows that obviously some of you are not listening to the full video and everything that's being said. And I'm not saying all of you, because some people do listen, they hear, and then they make their points or comments or suggestions, or even say it has helped them, and encourage the videos. So I wanted to address some of the comments concerning my husband and some of the videos. One would be the Lisa, I think the lady's name is Lisa, and it says exposed. And the video was made, a while back, because it was made by my husband, but it was also made a while back. It wasn't just recently made, even right before, a year ago before he passed. It wasn't made around that time. It was made a while back. But people are now, like as recently as, I believe, yesterday, making comments all about that video, and it's just constantly, they're making comments. The comments are okay, but when you're making comments addressing my husband, he's not here. He has passed away. You would have to get on your knees and pray to the Most High and try to get an answer for the questions that you're asking. We cannot answer those questions for you. We can only answer when we seen her in her videos, we can only answer what we saw in our opinions. Our opinions agree with my husband, but you don't have to agree to it. But also, just constantly putting comments, and you're not getting an answer to him. My husband's not here to answer it, because you're personally addressing him. And not only on that video, some other people, you personally are addressing him about your complaints about videos, that it's not going to be answered. He cannot answer it, not from him. We can answer it the best way we can, and the way we think he would answer it, but it's still not coming from him, so it's not going to satisfy you. But I will answer some of it this way. We don't believe in Jesus, as in Jesus being God's son, or Jesus being God. We don't believe that. Do we believe Jesus is a prophet, and do we love Jesus? Yes, he's a prophet. We love him, as well as Abraham and Moses and all the rest of the prophets. But as in being like God, no. He's a man, and you're serving man when you shouldn't be. You should be only serving the Most High. So that is our beliefs, and we're entitled to our beliefs as well as you're entitled to yours. But that's the best way we can answer it. And the best way we can answer any of the rest of it is that she's not being judged by ourselves, our personal views. She's being judged by what is said in the scriptures by the Most High. Some of you don't understand the scriptures, and or you're not getting a discernment from the Most High. You're not getting any help, so you don't understand. But for you to, I mean, every day somebody's writing. Come on now. If you really truly believe she's right, then why do you keep writing her? Why are you trying to defend her? You would just be on her channel just listening to her. You know, when she don't need defense. The Most High should be able to defend her. She don't need your defense. There's nothing that a man can defend another man from unless the Most High permits him to. So she don't need your defense. If she's truthful, and she's supposed to be doing that, which I know in the scripture it says for women not to do that, but if you say she's supposed to be preaching and teaching, you know, the whole world, then that's fine. If you say everything she's saying is the truth, then that's fine. You should be over there listening on her page. Why are you on this page? You know, because you want to hear the truth? Because that's what I think. Because you know something's wrong with that. You know, it's not only because women are not supposed to be teaching, but they're not. It is in a book, as in teaching and teaching a whole and getting up on, you know, a platform teaching, saying they're a prophet, you know, saying that, you know, they're overseer, you know, but they're not. But it's not only that. It's the fact that some of the things she says, she does contradict herself. That's not anybody's fault, you know, if they notice she contradicts herself. You know, that's just the truth. And the truth is the truth. And if the truth is the truth about, you know, Jesus is not God, the truth is the truth. You know, if the truth is that sometimes she doesn't sound right, the truth is the truth. And as someone speaking or teaching, as she says she's doing, or anyone, if she says she's telling the truth, then it shouldn't bother you. You know people are going to say things. You know, you say your piece. Everybody else, you know, can say theirs too. But I'm saying she say her piece, and then you guys move on. Get on with it. You know, get on with your preaching and your teaching. And whatever you say that you're doing. But my main thing is that my husband cannot answer you at this point. You would have to get down on your knees and preach to the Most High. Because he is with the Most High. So get down on your knees and speak to the Most High. And ask him why. And ask all those questions you need to ask. And then I wanted to address the other person in the comments that are addressing myself and my children. Concerning we took down his videos and took down my husband's videos or some of his videos and we're ruining his channel. We did not take down any videos, and I'm saying that, and the reason why I'm saying all this is for anybody else who think this or who are saying this, and maybe you put in the comments, maybe you didn't, but just for references to what I said the last time, I mean, right before this, you know, we are not stopping anybody from watching, I think her name was Lisa, you know, and whatever you feel and think about her, that is your point of view and your beliefs. We have our beliefs and what we believe the Most High is saying and what we believe he is commanding and what is real, because it's written in the book, you know, a lot of it's written right there in the book, you know, and so it's not anything that we're assuming. So this right here is the videos, the video proof is right there on his channels. We're not taking down any videos, we're leaving them up. As a matter of fact, they're up on his channels, but they're also up on the channels that my daughters use, which is RTN family. There's some there. Any ones that were taken down, maybe it was YouTube banned them, or, you know, sometimes they ban part of them. The video I put out last, they said half of this, you know, is going to be banned. Part of it is going to be banned because certain areas, certain countries, certain things can't play in, and it was the music that I had in the video. So sometimes when you're saying something or you're playing like other people's music that's in the videos, or you're saying something that YouTube does not agree with, or any other platform, it could be YouTube, Twitter, you know, any of them, Facebook, anybody, any of them, any of those platforms. If they don't agree with it, it's their site. They can ban it, and they do that when they get ready to. Is it right? Most of the time, no, not in my opinion. That's just my opinion, because we're supposed to have a right, freedom of speech, but our freedom comes with the Most High. But as in anything else, we did not take down the videos, and but like I told her, I think it was a her. The name seemed like a woman. Forgive me if it's a man, but the name seemed like a woman. But like I told her, we have a right. If we did take them down, we have a right to. He's my husband. He's their father. But we said we weren't, and we're truthful. We keep our word. We're not. Some things get down because they're banned, or whatever. But also, you had a complaint, which is, I'm talking to the woman that made the comment. I wrote you back, but I'm saying it on here. You had a complaint about us. You mentioned my son and myself, mostly getting on and messing up his channel, messing up his videos, and crying on the channel, and we don't even show our faces and different things like that. We're not crying, but even if we were, we would have a right. That's my husband, and that's their father. And we miss him dearly. We know he's in heaven. We know he's still alive. But even if we cry, we miss him because he's not here with us. He was a big part of our lives. He's a big part of the reason that, our lives change for the better, and that our lives are much better. So, quite naturally, we're going to cry. We're going to be sad. We're going to miss him. He was a man. He was a king. And when I say a man, he was a real man. He wasn't one of these running around pretending, I'll put it that way. He was a real man, and he behaved as such, and he followed the word. He was a real righteous man. He followed the word to a T, and he made sure those around him did. And if you would not, or you refused, or you wanted to go the other way, it's called unevenly yoked, and he was not going there with you, and he would not be around you, and that including his so-called family. He was not going to be around them, and he was not going to call them family if they did not follow what the Most High said. Family is believers, all skin folk and kin folk. Family are the believers of the Most High that want to follow what's right, and that will listen to the truth. None of us are perfect, but at least if they want to listen to the truth, they try, they're willing, then we are family, and we're going to help lift each other up. Everybody has been, have done wrong and been sinners, still are sinners, and, on right, and, we're not perfect. We're still trying to fix things. But, when you talk to someone and the Most High is dealing with them, I don't care. They could not be with God, or out there doing things. But you go and you talk to them, they're willing to hear, and maybe even not at first, but they change and they turn around and say, you know what, you were right. Well, those are the ones that the Most High chose, and those are the ones that He led to Him through, my husband, and anybody else, and myself, or my children. Those are the ones that the Most High chose. So we're going to speak. We're going to do our videos. We're going to obey my husband because he asked us to do so. And he asked us to do so even before he passed, and we did. We had a channel. We did some videos. He even put one of our videos on his channel, and we were talking about where we came from, the place, from where the house we were in to now, moving out of Babylon, he would call it. And we made a video ourselves about it, myself and my daughters, and he put it on his channel, but we also had it on our channel that we had at that time. And then my son did videos before now, and he had them on his channel, and some people knew about it because they knew who he was, they knew who we were. So it didn't just start. We did it before. We were not really wanting to do videos, so he said, okay, if you really don't want to. My son, though, he wasn't letting up on that, because he was saying, you're a priest, you need to, speak and help the people. But as far as us, myself and my daughters, we wanted to kind of do something else and move into, doing something else. It was in helping people. It was in helping homeless people and things like that, and different things, giving, helping, doing other things. And he was like, okay with that. But before he passed, he asked us to, make videos. And he personally asked us, he asked my daughters. I didn't even know at the time. He asked them also. And then he asked me, he said he had a dream when it was concerning me, that I was making videos and I was speaking, and it was helping people, some people, or whatever, from my experiences that I was speaking about. So he asked me, could I do it? He said, why don't you just do it? And I said, okay. No, first I said no, and then he said, no, you should just do it. And I was like, okay, I'll try. I said no because I was like kind of shy. He seen that I was kind of shy and not wanting to do it, and kind of uneasy about it. But he said, no, you'll be okay. Just do it. Whatever. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And he would ask me that. Things like that with this little smile on his face, that I love to see. But he would ask me that, and, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to try. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. I never got a chance to do it before he passed away. We got sick pretty much right after that. And I never got time to start. So I said I was going to start, which I explained this on my other video, so I'm not trying to go along with this, but I'm just re-explaining why we're on here, because, of what this person is saying. We're on here due to obedience. We're on here because the Most High wants us to be on here. And so we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay on here. We desire and want to do more videos. My daughter, Heaven, recently, she's done a few videos in a few days, and she wants to do more. She probably is out there doing more right now while I'm talking. It's her desire to spread the word and to help others. She's a lot like her dad. She's our baby girl, and she has a lot of his traits. She's a lot like him, and she believes, wholeheartedly in serving the Most High and bringing the people, back to the Most High. And all my kids here, they want to help others. They want to bring the lost sheep back, and they're doing things in their own way. Some of them are, shy. Some of them still don't want to get on social media, where they say, I don't know what to say. And like I tell them, let the Most High lead you. It's not what pleases the people. It's what pleases the Most High. And what pleases the Most High, if they are believers, it will please those people. It'll please the people. Whatever pleases the Most High, and those who believe in the Most High, will be pleased also. It's about, salvation. It's not about what men or women think, should be said or should be done. I think we're all backwards a lot of times in this world about what should be said and done, about what we should be doing. We're trying to change the Most High word into what we want and what we believe in, and that's just not righteousness. Also, I wanted to say that about seeing our faces, because this person said that, but other people have said that. You have never seen our faces, or never even, not us personally, are never really asked about seeing our faces, even when my husband was alive, because we weren't even on social media, not really, just for a short bit of time. And even then, people didn't really tune in to our channels, or even, especially us, mine or my daughters, or even with my son. Some people did, but not too many. You never really tuned into our channels or asked to see our faces, or really kind of wanted to know what we were talking about. And some people didn't know, so I'm not saying everyone knew and this and that, but some people who did know, it really wasn't anyone really tuning in to ask to see our faces or who we are, to get to know us. And I'm saying that to say that it shouldn't be now, like you're asking to see our faces. Or pretty much demanding to see our faces. And saying that we're not good people, or we're not righteous, or we don't care about the people if you don't see our faces. How could that be? You don't see the Most High, but do you love Him and care about Him? You don't see the Most High, but you want to serve Him. You're saying that you believe in Him. It doesn't make sense. And with my husband, as far as people saying they want to see his obituary, his face, where he was laid to rest, and this and that, that is not going to happen. That is personal. To me, it's very disrespectful for you all to even be demanding that, especially you did that right after my husband passed. There's a lot of things that were done. It was disrespectful, but I give it to the Most High, because I know the Most High know how to deal with everyone. He knows how to show you yourself. He knows how to show you you, and show you what you did to others. So I know the Most High understands that, and I don't worry about things like that. Just like we get everything back, or we get what we deserve, or we get tested and tried, so will everyone else. We get punished, so will everyone else. So I just give it all to the Most High. I will say things back to try to get people to understand, or try to let them know, look, I'm not listening to you. I listen to my husband, or that I love my husband. Because I don't understand why people had a problem with that, because I love my husband and I speak about my husband highly. When did that become a sin or some kind of fraud in this life, especially among believers? When did love and people loving each other, or people being devoted, or sticking with each other, like my husband and my kids, and when did that become a sin? When did that become something that shouldn't be? Where people saying things like, my wife wouldn't do that. If your wife wouldn't do that for you, or love you, or cry for you, then something's wrong with your wife. If she would just fly off and be with somebody else right after you go, something's wrong with your wife. And if it was a husband, something wrong with your husband. It's just not that easy to do when you truly love someone. If your kids won't listen to you and don't honor what you said, as well as your wife, or whatever, what you said, before you passed, if they don't honor it, or do the best they can to honor it, if they don't trust you or believe in you, and believe your words, because now you're past, so we're just going to leave that, and it doesn't matter what you said, or how you follow God, or the orders you gave us. Well, if they do that, they didn't care about you in the first place. They wanted you gone anyway. But here, we didn't want our husband, father, friend, messenger, king, we didn't want him gone. He taught us everything pretty much we know when it comes to righteousness. We may have known some, but he taught us what was the truth, and everything, everything we needed to know when it comes to righteousness. And that was because of the Most High, and the Most High gave it to him. But not only that, he taught us how to live. He taught us how to survive. He taught us to never fear or bend to the oppressor. He taught us to stand up for what we believe in. He also taught us, how to work, and put your mind to what you're doing. Focus. He always tells us focus. He taught us all this. He taught us that, instead of working for someone, why don't you do your own business? And we did that. We did that. We know how to do a business if we need to. Do a business. Well, we're still working with a business even now. We're doing a website, creating a site, but we've done many sites. We've also sold sites that people bought because they were good sites. And and like I said, my husband did military. He was in military. My husband knew boxing, taekwondo. He knew how to shoot, because of course he was in the military. He knew combat. My husband worked in many areas, real estate, you know, banking, all sorts of things that he worked in. He was, you know, he worked in a hospital, like a mental hospital. He was a guard there or whatever. The ones that help control the patients and stuff. But in all this, I'm saying all this because in all this, you know, being 6'3", and you know, a good built stature, he never tried to intimidate or physically just harm somebody because he could or whatever, or you know, just he was a gentle giant, as you would say, and he would always say, "I'm a kind king," and he was. He didn't try to intimidate because he had that area to do so. You know, he would tell people the truth. He would get on their case when they're not serving the Most High, and he's supposed to. You're supposed to admonish. You're supposed to get on the case. If you don't admonish them and get on their case and point them right back towards the Most High, then how can you say you love them? You don't love them. You know, you have to let them know, look, get back with the Most High. You want to make it to heaven. I don't want to see you go to hell. That's love. Those who don't care, they think they're loving, and I'm letting them get away with everything, and I'm just letting them do whatever. That's not love. Love is, you know, showing the person that I love you, but I'm not going to let you do wrong. I'm not going to let you go to hell. It's just like you will not let your kid run on the street. I'm not going to let you run on in front of that car, you know, because I don't want you to get hurt. Well, hell is hurt. Hell is terrifying. Why do you want somebody to go there? You think your words are worse than hell? No, they need to listen to your words no matter how much it hurts them. It's better than them going to hell, because hell's going to be far worse. So I just wanted to, you know, put that out there. And I also wanted to say, as far as seeing us, I want to just put this tidbit out here. My husband, he did put a video out years ago, about 5, 6 years ago. He put the video out, and the video was him singing, and he was with his group. And because, you know, he almost got a record contract. He had a group at one point. He would rap, he would sing, and they was offering him a record contract. Him and his group said, let's pray. You know, they were saying, I don't know, and they were being like kind of pressured, like, come on, let's, you know, and they said, just give us a moment, you know. They went outside to talk, they prayed, and when they prayed, they decided, nah, this is not for us. Let's not do this right here, you know. And it was one of the best decisions he made. But I wanted to say that, you know, he had a video that they had just made, you know, and he was with his group or whatever, and he put that up for a moment, and he put it up, one, to show people that this is when, you know, he was kind of cocky, foolish, whatever, and he said that in the video. He said, this is when I was foolish, you know, and he was explaining how old he was, and what he thought, and, you know, how the women would flock over him, which they did, you know, and you know, showing, you know, talking about and showing, you know, he had that time, he had a cocky attitude and this and that, you know, or whatever, because he knew, you know, like they do nowadays, you know, they know they can get somebody, or, you know, whatever it may be, and I'm saying men do nowadays, men, you know, and so he had that cocky attitude or whatever, and, you know, he, you know, like he said, he was being foolish. So he talked about his cocky attitude. He talked about being foolish. He talked about, you know, how pretty much, you know, he was like chased around like a superstar, you know, because women would chase him. I had problems even when I go places with him. They would get mad at me and want to fight me, and they didn't even know him. They just looking at his look. So anyway, he put that video up for a little while. Within hours, he took it down because all that came in, oh, you're so fine. Oh, you look so good. Oh, they put you on the drums, because he was on the drums in the back and they were in the front with like some, good, I don't know, musical guitars, whatever, bass, whatever. And they put you in the back because you look good. They was jealous of you and this and that. Like a lot of women coming in and then men coming in, you know, saying their little tidbit about it or whatever. And so he was like, this is why. He took it right back down and he said, this is why. He pointed, because he always did things to show examples to us and show us stuff. So he was like, see, this is why I don't want to put my face up. This is why I don't want nobody to know what I look like. I want them to know the word and hear the word, not be looking at what I look like. He said they didn't even hear what I was saying in the video because they're too busy looking at the look. So they didn't even hear what he was saying. They didn't even get that he's saying, this is foolish. This is dumb. It's not about this. It's not about looks. It's not about, this attitude. They were so busy just looking at the look. And so that's why he did not want to put videos up with his face on it. That's one of the reasons why. Because he said that they're going to be too busy looking, at the look and what you look like and what you got on or this and that than to focus on a word. Focus on, and that wasn't only for women, that's for men too. Too busy looking at whether they was insulting them about it, when you put the video up, or whether they was, saying the same thing. Oh man, you look good. Oh man, you this and that. Whichever way it went, he didn't want men nor women focusing on his look. He wanted everyone, men, women, children, to focus on the word. Focus on what he was saying. Thus saith the Lord. Not what he looked like, not what he was doing. And the other part was when it came to us and him, to protect his family. As we know, I don't know if you all have been looking or listening, there's a lot of people that were, YouTubers, TikTokers, whatever you want to call it. People, have found out where they live or just seen them and, just attack them, kill them, whatever. We depend on the Most High, of course. But then you don't put yourself out there, because some people are not thinking right. So that was another reason. But the main reason was he wanted people to hear the word. He wasn't really worried about other people, especially with himself. He had the skills to handle himself very well, and he taught us some of them. But still, you don't want anyone around your family or yourself, That's just precaution, and we're supposed to take precaution as believers. We take precaution, the Most High does the rest. So those are the reasons for those who are asking about that. We're not going to show our faces. We don't intend to. And we don't intend to show you his obituary, where he was buried, or his face. That is not what's going to go on. We are obedient to him, but we're also obedient to the Most High. Most High said to listen to your husband and your father. So being obedient to him is being obedient to the Most High. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was, our intentions is to get on more, and being sick and everything, because that's what we were talking about last time when some people, whoever, the lady, whoever, and other people are talking about us, talking about our sickness, or she was saying we're crying on the thing, or I don't know, trying to make whining on it, she said. We tell our family what's going on because people are asking. Our believing family, people are asking, how you feeling? You guys sick? You guys okay? I see that in the comments. Sometimes I answer, sometimes I put a heart. I'll put a heart if they donate. When people donate, like put a heart just to let them know we're okay. And if I don't put a heart, I put praying hands. I put mostly praying hands, and then sometimes I put a heart. And just to let people know we're okay. And that, we're still alive over here. We are having things going on as they're moving. We're getting ready to move. We're trying to work and get, make sure we get what we need to move, because we also have to move to another place. We also, my daughter-in-law, she's getting ready to go see her grandfather, which her grandmother and her grandfather raised her. So it's more like her father in a way, my grandmother raised me and my mother, and I didn't know my father. So I call my mother and my grandmother my parent, as in because I stayed with my grandmother for a little while when I was young, me and my sibling, and then we were with my mother, and so we were raised by both. And so anyway, she's going to see him. He's sick. He's in his 80s, almost 90, like 89, almost 90, or he is 90. And so you know how important that is, just to see your family, because you don't want anything to happen to him, and he's sick, so she wants to go see him, and so they're getting ready to go see him, and we're, getting ready for that, and also trying to help a couple of people, a gentleman and a couple of people facing homelessness, or out homeless, that's another thing. When we are given to, I just want to stress, we give back, because people are talking about, donations. Now, we don't get that many donations right now. People gave, a little bit more when my husband was here, and it wasn't mega even then. It would, I don't mind mega or small, trust me, but I'm just saying for the people who have so many complaints about it, people give when they can and when the Most High put it on their hearts, and I thank God for that, but it shouldn't be any anger or covetousness, because that's what it seems like, or jealousy concerning donations. We're supposed to give, and what we do, we have always done, and I'm sure others do, we give back. When you get something, you give it back. That's what my husband always said, and that's what I learned growing up. If somebody gives you something, then, try to give something back to somebody else. It may not be to that person, but to somebody else. I mean, you got it, they gave, and you give. What goes around comes around, and what you put out, you get back. So you put out a smile and giving and loving and nice comments, then you get that back. When you put out anger and malice and jealousy and hatred, then you get that back. You may not get it back from the person you put it out to, but somewhere along the line, it's going to come back on you. It's going to come back to you. So I suggest everyone just put out good. Put out only good. Talk about the blessings you get. Talk about the love you have in, your life from the people who love you, the believers who love you, your family. That's what should be talked about, not a lot of negativity. Stop spreading negativity, because that's going to come back to you. And I'm not saying admonishment is negativity. For those who, you're admonished, your husband admonished. Yeah, we're supposed to. And, we're all going to keep admonishing, because we love you. That's called love. When you love somebody, you want to save them. You want them to make it to heaven. You don't want them hurt in any kind of way. And even if what you say hurts them, eventually they're going to come around and realize it can be much worse if they go to hell, or if they get hurt very badly because of something they did. So, as I was saying, as far as, that's the things we're working on. And we're trying to put out videos more. Like I said, my daughter, Heaven, she's put out, quite a bit of videos right now. Even though she's not feeling well, a lot of us in here, we're kind of going through little achy problems and different things. Me, I've already been going through sickness even before my husband passed, diabetes, heart problems right now. After my husband passed, my heart, I have heart problems right now, and I go through the blood pressure in my legs. I already had a knee problem, like a real bad knee, where, it's the bones are pretty much almost grinding, and so, I still have those knee problems. They're getting worse. That's what's happening, and, so, my legs are a bit heavy, and things like that. So, I'm saying this to say, in other words, as well as I help my children, they help me, and we all help our, the grandbabies in here. And when I say my children, I'm talking about my daughter-in-law also. Like I told them, and I say now, they're all of my children in here, from my children that are my children, to my daughter-in-law, to my grandchildren. They're my children. And I love them, and I do my best to help take care of them. And even though I have health problems, I push myself. My husband taught us to push ourselves. He pushed himself. We push ourselves to do the videos to help, the children that are in here, and they push themselves to help us, and now it's me, but, they're pushing themselves to help me, and I'm pushing myself to help them, regardless of sickness. Sometimes it is hard to get out of bed. Sometimes I'm so sick it feels like I'm just going to be taken out of here. But, the Most High blesses, and I get up and I go to work, and that's how we do it. I don't care if I have to limp, because I am, I do have a hard time walking and different things, but I will still do what I have to do, and my kids will help me. They will help me if I need help walking or anything else, or I need anything, medicine, something to calm my stomach and different things like that. They will help me. And I also, when they are sick or going through, if I can get up and help, I do my best. And even when I feel like I can't, I will push myself to get up, because I'm going to help my children. I'm going to help my grandchildren. My grandbaby son was born. I don't know if my son ever got on and told y'all, but he was born. She had him, and there was a few complications, and the cord was like, it was like going bad, they said. But he's okay. He's here, but he's been, having some problems, sick a little bit, and been having to go to the doctors and things. But we're just praying for him, and I ask that you all pray for him, and pray for my baby granddaughter. Also, she's doing good and everything. She's a mess. They get to them twos and they running around. They're a mess. But she goes through her little ups and downs of sickness and different things. Because they both had problems when they were born, like swallowing things, and kind of, they choke and they spit up and things, kind of gag on their, I guess it's their spit, and sometimes the milk or whatever. So they both had that situation. But, as she gets older, she's getting a little better, but she kind of still, kind of chokes sometimes on little stuff or whatever. So we keep a watch on them and everything. But just pray for them, pray for us, pray for, the trip that my daughter-in-law has to take. Pray she gets there safe. And, just keep us in your prayers. Pray that we get financially stable. There's, like I said, two people who always have something to say about donations or talking about money. We're just saying that we're doing what we can do right now. It's not like, we're not working on things. We are. And, different things aside, and different things, doing work, like my kids know, they do art. They do art very well. They do, they do art on the computer, and they can draw on different things. They also make comics and different things, They do a lot of art and different things, but they also do things on the computer, like coding and making websites and a whole lot of things. Pretty much a lot of it my husband taught us, and taught us how to, work and try to, do our own thing and have our own business and things like that. But, so they're working on that. They're, just trying to get a business together as well as work and help, work on other people's stuff that needs help with things or whatever. So, these are the things that we're working on, little things here and there, but also, we just need your prayers. And if anybody wants to donate, you can donate. It's down in the link, the description. The links are down in the description. And you can donate at any one of the Cash Apps, PayPal. You can donate if, you would like to help us help others. Like I said, there's certain people that are, they may not have a home soon, by the 14th, put it that way. So you can help, or you can, just lead us to somewhere where, maybe some resources to get help for them or whatever. But as far as, just helping, you can just donate. We're doing what we can to get things done, not only with that, but also with ourselves, as in moving. Oh wow, it's gonna take so much to move, but as in moving, as in we got animals, we got the car that was people were complaining about because people sent donations. I'm gonna tell y'all, that car cost less than $3,000. And that's not putting it down, because we thank God for that, and that was a lot for us at that particular time, because we really didn't have nothing at all to get a car, and our car had broke down. We had a car and we had it for years, and he bought it from off the lot, but it broke down because we had it for years, for a long time, and it finally broke down on us, and we still have that car, because it's almost like sentimental, because we were so happy when we got it. That car, because we had a smaller car, and then we got that car, and we were so happy when we got it. It's an SUV, and we were just happy. I just wanted people to know, because I just remembered, about people complaining about the car when I said car. It cost less than, believe me, $3,000, and we even then, we didn't have the full amount. Just to let y'all know, we didn't have the full amount from the donations, actually. What we had to do was pay part of it, and then pay part of it afterwards. And that's what we had to do, because at the time we didn't have the full amount from donations. Then yes, we did get some donations after that, and we paid the other part, with the not only donations but also the money that we had, that came in from ourselves. So I just wanted to let people know that. Not that I have to, because this is ridiculous. You complain about something that somebody else get. That's why I said it seemed more like covetousness and jealousy. It's not like we got like a Bugatti or something, or a Lamborghini. We didn't get no car like that. Come on now. We didn't even get the highest price of. Come on now. That's an old car, that it's a van. It's an old car, and it was a van, and it already had problems with it. That's why the guy was so quick to sell it to. He had problems already. My husband drove in here and said he knows about cars also, and he was like, he already knew what was wrong with it, but he said that we were going to take it because we're not going, extravagant or expensive or whatever, or try to wait for something. We're just going to buy a car right out. He didn't want to buy a car like that you have to pay for every month. He just wanted to buy a car straight out, and he wanted to do everything like that. He just wanted to buy it and not have to pay on it, or whatever, because he lost that. I have to have something, good and special, and when it comes to material. He lost all that, and so did I. We realized that, it's not about that. We used to think that when we were younger. That's why I don't understand when you get older and older people, why are you still thinking like this? And in this day and age, I don't even know why younger people are thinking like that, because you do know the truth. Everybody's coming into the truth, and you realize it's not about material. It's not about what's on this earth. You're just visiting. You're just passing through. Your home is in heaven, but if you don't do what's right, you're not going to make it there. You're going to end up in hell and not even be able to smell the sweet smell of heaven and see the beauty of it. It's way beautiful than anything you can imagine. And I know that for myself. I'm like, I can't even imagine it, because I know it's way more beautiful than anything I could think of in my mind. So, it's not worth this earth. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to stay here, nor do I want to, be amongst those who are here in sin. It's almost like a Sodom and Gomorrah thing with me. And not only that, and I'm not only saying that about, those who are whatever, but I'm saying it also as in those who were sinning and everything. Even, I should say, even in Moses' days, when Moses was building the ark. It's like that in Sodom and Gomorrah combined, kind of. It's bad, and I don't want to stay here. Just like Moses didn't want, you don't Moses built an ark, want Moses be here either. You don't want to be here and all this, I don't think nobody righteous wants to be here and all the craziness that's going on nowadays. And everybody sees that it's towards the end, and they keep denying it. They keep denying all these floods and earthquakes and tornadoes happening in places they never happened before. Earthquakes happen in places they never happened before. They're denying it. They're denying the wars and the rumors of wars. They're denying it. They're denying all the strange things that are happening, all the plagues. Because that's all it is, just going around. There's a lot of them. And still some today, I think I just yesterday or today I just read about another one, there's this stuff going around that can't be cured. It's a plague. It's not coincidental or an accident or, just something that just suddenly happened. It's a plague. It's been talked about in the book. We're in the last days. Everything that was in Revelations and the other parts of the book is coming true. And in the righteous books, period, is coming true. Everything is being revealed, it's coming true, and people are still not believing. So I'll finish talking about that on another video, because I want to talk about that and show y'all some things. I love you guys. Brother Sean, I still love you. I haven't heard from you, but I still love you, and I'm praying for you, brother. I'm praying for you, and I'm also praying for all the rest of you who asked for prayer. I'm praying for y'all. It's it's hard these days. It really is hard, and I want y'all to know I seen the prayer request, and I am praying for you. Don't know if you want me to mention your name, so I'm not. But I am praying for you. And I mentioned Brother Deshaun because I mentioned Brother Deshaun on videos, and so has my husband. But even with all that, I'm just saying I'm praying for him, and I'm not saying anything else, but I'm praying for you, and I still love you, brother. And those who are around him, if any, and know him and talk to him and on the phone or wherever, I don't know if you do, pray for him and give him a word from the Most High, and let him know, because he may not know about this video, that I said I'm praying for him and I love him, and to hang in there, and tell him the Most High is not through with him yet. Everything's going to be okay, and everything's going to be okay for all of us if we stay with the Most High. So I'm going to go. Didn't mean to talk this long, but when I'm up and I can talk, or I can make a video, or I can help, I try to get in there and do it, because there's days when I'm so down that I can't do nothing, and I don't like being that way. I want to be able to do what I need to do and what the Most High would have me to do, So, when you get sick, you don't like to be sick. Trust me. When you get to the point where you can't do stuff, you don't like it. But you do always remember that there's other people worse off than you. There's people that can't move whatsoever, So, I thank you guys, and pray for us. Pray for us, please. And your donations are welcomed. And I'm just, I'm saying that because I am worried about this brother that has to get out, and he only has a few more days, and he's gonna be in the street without any place to go. And then I am worried about some of these brothers and sisters, their families, and they don't have, adequate food and things. So, if you want to donate, and to help them, and to help, also us, because, we have a struggle with the moving and everything, and getting it just seemed like everything came at once. Like, my daughter and I had to go out there, and, her grandfather pass away, and hopefully not. I'm praying not, but you never know. He's in his 90s, and I understand that, because I had to go when it was my grandmother, and I went to see her, and I didn't get in. A few weeks later she was gone. So I understand needing to get out, to see, your loved one. And I understand it from my husband, my grandmother, my mother, because I've lost them all. But if you guys would like to help, the donation buttons are for PayPal and for Cash App are in the links, and in the links on the site. And we greatly appreciate it, and we thank you. And you guys have a blessed day. You take care of yourself and be safe in this world. Remember, never give up, never give in, never surrender to the enemy, and always stay with the Most High and hang on. Hang on. This is the last day. Satan's going to be testing you. He's going to be trying to get you pulled into the fire with any and everything he can, by all means. Hang on in there. Peace. Rap's wife.